All right, as I understand it, the Big Ten has a spring football schedule proposal. Okay, well, I've looked it over and I've done my due diligence. I've thought long and hard about this, and I have a counter proposal. Spring football is a dumb idea, and whoever thought of it should be ashamed of themselves. Was it you? You? Rutgers? Oh, what? You don't want to play in the fall? Yeah, nobody cares. Nobody wants to watch you anyway. Seriously, what are you even doing here? What's up, Buckeye Nation? Florida Corey here, co-host of Scarlet N Great podcast. Ohio State Football with Scarlet N Great on YouTube. If you like what you see, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button. It helps out the channel. We appreciate all the love and support we've been getting from you guys. We really appreciate it because we're in the middle of doing a giveaway. We are working on it right now. We hit our goal of 1,000 subscribers. We really appreciate everything you guys have done for us. We appreciate you tuning in. We hope to continue to bring you free Buckeye content as much as humanly possible. If you like the audio version, Scarlet N Great Empire, any one of your podcast streaming services, whichever one is your favorite, you choose it, you download it. Scarlet N Great Empire, go subscribe to that as well. We appreciate the work of Chat Sports. Appreciate all the help they've been giving us and all the marketing they've been giving us. God bless them for working with us and putting up with us. So we appreciate everything. And I do appreciate you bearing with me on this background. It's behind me right now. It's under construction. I really appreciate that. It is a work in progress. It's going to be involved, but I wanted to get this video out and talk about this Freedom of Information Act dump by Ohio State regarding the decisions by the Big Ten last fall with regard to the COVID fallout, the suspension of the season, the reinstatement of the season, the texts, the proposals, the correspondence between the president and Gene Smith, especially, and some a little bit of more fire on Kevin Warren. He should be on the hot seat. Oh my goodness, he is. Ugh, he is awful. But we'll get into that in a second, right? So anyway, let's just start this off with a text I saw via Buckeye Grove, Griffin Strom article of Buckeye Grove. Look, I'm not going to show the text because it's a paywall. I do think you should go get a subscription at buckeyegrove.com. Help Kevin Noon out, and you'll get the best possible insider information on the internet with reference to the Buckeyes. Guys, there's a text here. It's basically, when I show the text in the future, it's going to be in blue is President Christina Johnson, and gray is going to be Gene Smith. But this first one is basically to sum up, and I'm not going to completely read this one, but it's to sum up is Christina's basically asking Gene Smith, is he okay with spring football? And Griffin, if you want to go read that article at Buckeye Grove, he will give his insights on that. But and Gene Smith, just to say emphatically, no, he's not. And she kind of seemed to be on the same page with him as saying, yep, okay, I kind of agree. All right, well, good. I'm so glad they were both anti-spring football because it is, as I've said in the opener, it is a dumb idea. It always was a dumb idea, and I will always mock those who thought it was a good idea. Nicole. And spring Rose Bowl. It's like, you ever watched college football? Anyway, so there's several points there that I think were pretty good. I'm just going to give a quick summation. I like the fact that Gene Smith's anti-spring football. I like the fact Christina Johnson seems to be anti-spring football, but she also is inquiring as to what Gene wants to go to battle with the rest of the presidents and Kevin Warren. I mean, she's just right there on the job first, the starting first month on the job, essentially. And she's immediately going to bat for us right away and using Gene Smith's advice, and you have to appreciate that. But then the very next text, sorry, I'm going to put on the screen here, is she's saying to him, any way to go independent, and he responds, thanks for your comments, boss. Just jumped off university call and on the Big Ten call. Your comments are so appreciated. I am trying to understand our contracts and if we can play independent this year. Nebraska is trying to and gone public with it. I love that. Because there were so many who actually thought that maybe Ohio State wasn't ever going to even attempt that or try that, or they thought Ohio State wouldn't even think of that. I love that it crossed Ohio State's mind. I know some of us, it's not really good enough for some fans. They would just go independent, forget the Big Ten, leave it behind. I understand your sentiment. I do. I really do understand it because I am sick of the Big Ten. I wish Ohio State was in the SEC. I really do. But cue the SEC fans right now. You'd never make it. You'd be Vanderbilt. The idiot comments that we get. But anyway, What I love about that is, first of all, Christina Johnson exploring all options, right? I love the fact that she is just showing immense leadership right now in her discussion and correspondence with Gene Smith, saying, "Okay, fine. Do you want spring? No. Okay, can we go independent? Can we do that? Can we entertain that?" It's like not even like a thing. I mean, how many presidents would even do that? It's like you'd leave the Big Ten? You can't do that. That's against the rules. I mean, I love the fact she's even talking to Gene. Can we do it? And I like the fact that Gene is being honest. He's exploring it, but he understands there's certain contractual obligations there that make it a little difficult for Ohio State to do that. And I think that there was some maybe in the fan base and even some in the media who kind of jumped at the idea that it should just basically swing a big stick and say we're leaving, we're Ohio State, screw you, forget it. Well, it's not that simple. You'd have to, I think Austin Ward even brought it out. You have to eat how many tens of millions of dollars just to get out of the Big Ten. And some in the fan base thought it was worth it, but you can't just look at just what's going on with the pandemic. I understand that it was frustrating for all of us. Trust me, I was right there with you, but they also have to think future and think 10 years down the road. So I understand. I like the fact that they at least entertained the idea and they at least brought it up privately. They didn't parade this to the public, right? They didn't parade this to the public and just as a lip service and just speaking to the crowd. They actually did it in private. Oh, can we do it? We'll see. Other texts that were interesting to me is that as they were battling, Gene Smith, was giving her some talking points, and it showed that Gene understood what was at risk here, right? I mean, we all knew that as fans, as he says in this text, also for talking points, agents and other schools are agents. Wow. Okay. And other schools are trying to poach our players. I guess he means there's some guys trying to say, hey, why don't you just go to the NFL? Forget it. They're not going to have the season. But we had a recruit decommit. We are battling, trying to hold on to players because of uncertainty. Our framework plan will help mitigate a lot of this. Thanks for your leadership. So it doesn't show her speaking to Gene there, but obviously what she's doing, she's helping or working with him to form a plan of attack as she goes to the board and says, this is why we have to do this. And Gene Smith's trying to make them understand, look, this uncertainty is actually hurting what is really your flagship program right now in your highest revenue sport. And they got it. All of our concerns, all of our complaints, everything we were saying, they got it and they showed they got it. And the correspondence there is perfect and beautiful. And you know what? And they went for this plan of attack. They did it towards Kevin Warren. But let's get to Kevin Warren in a second. Actually, in a second, let's do it right now. I mean, I found this text to be grotesque right here is when Christina's in blue again. She texted him, Gene Smith. Kevin is alleging that the letter is being manufactured. The upcoming letter from the OSU parents claims it is being manufactured. I am not happy. It's a pretty serious charge in my humble opinion, but I want to keep my eye on the prize. And although you don't see the rest of the text there, Gene was not happy about that. There's a couple things to take away from that. I love this. First of all, I love the fact that Kristina immediately, I don't like that at all. Where nothing's being manufactured. These parents are doing it on their own. I don't like that accusation, but, there's a second thing. I love the fact that she has the leadership ability to say, yeah, but the bigger eye on the prize is what's important here. I can't let what I feel about what Kevin Warren said about these parents to derail us from the actual goal at hand here. And I love the fact that the goal at hand obviously is saying get the season back. That was her MO with Gene Smith. And with Gene Smith's influence, obviously. I mean, that's impressive to me. That's impressive leadership ability from President Christina Johnson. I actually give her credit for that. And I love the fact that they were offended by it. But I mean, look, Kevin, let's have a talk here for a second. Let me ask you something, Kevin. Why do you automatically assume that these parents just can't think for themselves? It was manufactured. It was fabricated. I mean, weren't you the one in the summer? This is the irony here. Who wanted the initiative to have these kids express their voice with their vote, right? This was his big summer initiative. We're going to make sure these kids know that they can vote and express their voice and change the country through democracy and through the vote. And all of a sudden, these parents show up at your office and you're nowhere to be found. They want to express their voice. You're nowhere to be found. And not only you know where to be found, Kevin, you're sitting in your ivory tower. No, not only the media can't even get a hold of you. Not only are you nowhere to be found, but explain this to me. You won't listen to their voice, even though you want people to be able to express their voice through the vote. It's very important to you for people to express their voice. And all these parents really said was, I want a voice and I want to have a vote in my kid's future, because the people in charge of my kid's future are making these decisions without my input. As if these parents would just willingly put their kids at safety or kids' safety at risk through coercion and fabrication. Like they aren't smart enough to think about the ramifications of a possible pandemic and a disease that we didn't quite 100% know the effects of just yet. I mean, many of us feel we did, but I get it. The doctors wanted to be cautious. I get all that with these young lives. I get all that. But the parents wanted to have that choice and have that say. They wanted to have that voice. And Kevin Warren said, I'm not going to talk to you. Even though voicing your opinion through vote is very important to you. But not only all that, but you actually thought it was just fabricated and manufactured. That's not real. My goodness. How insulted should you be as a parent by that? Wow. You mean you're telling me that the fact that I was concerned about my kid's future to go and play the sport he loves, it's just a fabrication? I was coerced into doing that? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But that's Kevin Warren. But you know what? To wrap this up, I have about 4 points I want to make. One, President Johnson, great leadership. This is amazing. She had a lot of negative rumors around her as she entered the office, entered the position of the presidency of the Ohio State University. And there was even some nasty rumors put out by some insiders that she had voted against football. Well, clearly you can see by the evidence that we see so far. It's going to be trickling out in the next few days. Even as this video comes out, more and more will come out. But so far, okay, we can obviously see she was in favor of what Gene Smith wanted and went to bat for it. And I'm pretty sure she herself wanted that as well. I mean, it's pretty safe to assume that from what we're seeing so far. And those nasty rumors turned to be not true. Not only did she go to bat, she showed incredible leadership, communication skills, working with Gene Smith. Gene Smith was not giving lip service when he said she's been amazing. I mean, it obviously looks like she had been amazing in this leadership, in this battle, and taking it to and she was in a new position. She was a newly found president. I mean, it's just like, okay, well, she didn't. Did she even know exactly what her powers would be in this circumstance? I mean, she's there a month and she has to deal with this nonsense. God bless her for it. And she took it on and knocked it out of the park. Did a great job, showed tremendous leadership. I couldn't be more proud of her. And to put it into perspective here, and I'm not picking on the team up north or Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh wanted a season. Yeah, we can make the jokes, he ducked Ohio State. Fine. But he wanted a season. And he actually came out, and apparently he come out and said, well, the president hadn't talked to him in months. Compare that and contrast that with how Christina Johnson worked with Gene Smith. And we are pretty darn lucky, if you ask me. But number 2, going to Gene Smith. I'm proud of Gene Smith. I used to not like him a long time ago, but he's proven me wrong time and time again. And I really am glad to be, in my opinion, wrong about him. First of all, I think he's a genuine human being. I think he's got a big heart. I really do. I think he does the absolute best job he possibly can. Yes, there's been mistakes. I get it. Everybody makes mistakes. So we need to kind of get over that. But in my opinion, anyway, I mean, I get 2012. We all go back to that. Okay, fine. You're upset about it. I get it. It's almost 10 years ago at this point. You can say his coaching hires have been pretty good. He did a great job with Urban Meyer. He's doing a great job with Ryan Day. Just come on. Okay, let's just calm down a little bit. But look at the good he's done. And honestly, I'm very appreciative of a man who referenced the fact that he goes to the student athletes, he goes to the coaching staffs, he goes to all the parents. Look, I've had many sleepless nights over this. I feel like I failed all of you. And he didn't just sulk and say, well, I screwed up. No, he kept going back to work, working with the president and saying, this is how we're going to get the season back. And he was an integral part in getting the season back. And I am extremely thankful he is the AD of Ohio State. I think he's a good person. I think he does a great job. That's my opinion. And leave a comment. If you agree, if you disagree. I I don't know. I want to hear what you have to say about it because I know it's a mixed topic with him. But anyway, number three words: fire Kevin Warren. That's all I got to say. I don't even care anymore. After that, just fire Kevin Warren. I'm done. Number four: spring football was a dumb idea. And for those who proposed it, those who agreed with it, and those who thought it was feasible, I don't even know. What are you thinking? I don't even get it. It was a horrible idea presented by just unbelievable. I mean, I'm stuttering over my words how bad of an idea it is, and how the mouthpieces for the Big Ten picked it up in the media and just ran with it and thought it was a great idea. And it's like, have you ever watched college football? Why would you, if you're a returning athlete, why would you even play that season? Why? What does it do for the draft status for many of these star players? Think about that for a second. I mean, my goodness. I'm glad we got a see. I mean, it was a shortened season. That's a little frustrating in itself, but it's a heck of a lot better than spring Rose Bowl. What? I don't even know what to say to that. I mean, the second I saw that tweet from Nicole Auerbach, spring Rose Bowl, I thought to myself, you understand? I mean, nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to play for a spring Rose Bowl. They want to play for titles. I mean, the prestige of the Rose Bowl is still prestigious, but it ain't nowhere near where it once was. Like, let's just get that straight. And Ohio State had a national title caliber team. I guarantee you that team is gutted if they play a spring football season. But whatever. Anyways, guys, as always, I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate all the love and support you've been giving us. Please subscribe if you like the channel. Please hit like the video. We appreciate all love and support. We're working on the giveaway as we speak right now, and that'll come very shortly with the next couple of videos. I just want to dump this one and get it out there. Again, thank you to Chat Sports for all the help you guys give us. Thank you guys, as always, for tuning in. And as always, goodbye. God bless. And go Bucks.